Welcome to the In Search of More podcast. I am your host, Ellie Nash. Join me weekly on my quest for more from myself and more from this world. We'll see you on the other side.
So, Ellie, I was thinking the other day about something that you said to me once. Could be paraphrasing, but it was about surrounding yourself with people that want to make money with you versus making money on you. And I always meant to ask you what you meant from that. And I think back to something that you told me years ago, which is, if you can, you should try to go into business with mothers, not babysitters. Unpack that for me, though. Like, what does that mean, with you versus on you, mothers versus babysitters?
So let's start with the mothers, babysitters. I'm not 100% sure they connect. But, what I'm referring to is, a lot of people ask me about, I've got the question a lot over the course of my career, should I have a partner? And I started my business with a partner. I went years without a partner. Now I have a partner again. And happens to be the same guy, but he's not the same guy at all.
Right.
But he totally is.
Right.
And what I've often said to people, sometimes we bring someone in who's really a babysitter. What it means is they're clocking in, they're clocking out, and they're seeing this as a job to tend to. And those people are fine as employees.
Right.
That's what you're going to get. You hire babysitters, but you partner with mothers. The mother doesn't have hours, has a baby to take care of. Don't say, hey, I was a little tired, I wasn't feeling well, I thought I did it correctly. There's no such thing. A mother kills for her child.
Right.
And having people we're working with, and I wouldn't even say employees, because all employees can go in the babysitting category. No, not all employees. The ones at the top, that core team, the army we surround ourselves with, it's got to be mothers, not babysitters.
Yeah, that's powerful. And it makes sense. Like you said, like a mother, no matter what, like the baby comes first. They'll sacrifice themselves for the baby, even if needed. And yeah, babysitter, as soon as things get a little rough, they might find another kid to babysit.
For sure.
Yeah.
Why?
So unpack the making money with you. It's better to find and surround yourself with those kind of people versus making money on you.
Right. So I don't know if they're connected, but let's unpack it and let's see if there is. As we're talking, we'll make it make sense. When you as you start earning more money, more people are attracted to that, are drawn to that, which is normal. Right? Some of it we're almost trying to draw attention to. Right? We're driving nice cars, or we want to be perceived a certain way with good reason. Right? So it's good for business to
look the part.
Right, to look the part, to look successful, to carry yourself in a certain way, 100%. So we're attracting these people into our lives in one form or another. And those people can be partners or parasites, quite literally. One is saying, okay, how do I make money on you? This guy has something I want. And there's multiple levels to that, right? Someone who's starting their career out making $25,000 a year sees someone who's making $100,000 a year as having money and something I can get from them. And someone who's making $100,000 a year sees someone who's making $500,000 a year, and on we go, right? To a billionaire, someone who's making $3 million a year. What's that?
Right.
But for someone else, they're a huge target. And the reason I'm saying that is that we have to recognize that it's not just the 1%, the fraction of 1% that play this role. It's many of us, 4 different people. It can be someone's own children.
Right.
Someone can be making $150,000 a year, and their own children see them as a target. They could be making $50,000 a year, and their own children see them as their target. And when I say children, I'm more referring to adult children than children are actually children, and right, that's fine. It's okay for them to take without giving anything. We don't call that parasites.
Right. So you're saying it happens on every level.
Right. That's why I always want to point out that I'm not speaking to, this is all of us where we are in our journey. We want to surround ourselves with people who aren't looking to drain us. Obviously, they want something from us, but they're saying, okay, how do I make money with you, not on you? I'm attracted to what you're doing and who you are and what you have, and I want to be a part of this 100%. But I'm looking to do it with you where you and I both benefit and not on you.
A symbiotic relationship.
Correct. It sounds simple, but when we say it this way, when I've said it to myself in this way, when I've articulated it like this, it's made it sometimes much clearer for me who stays, who goes.
Interesting.
The mothers and babysitters one, that's the connection, right? We need to have boundaries. We got a circle. Who's in the circle? Who's out?
Mothers only. Inside of that circle, for good reason.
We have different circles. We have the inner circle, the outer circle, right? We have the core team. We have the executive team. We have the
confidants,
right? The employees, the managers. We have the rank and file. That all of them are trusted in different ways. Mm-hmm. The core team, it's got to be the core has to be mothers and has to be people who are partners. They want to make money with us, not make money on us. Partners, not parasites. And then there's some that are so far out of that spectrum that they don't belong in any circle, not even the farthest circle.
Have you like kind of learned by fire?
Yes, you only learn by fire.
You only learn by fire.
Yeah, I think so. Our nature is to want to say yes. Yes is shorter than no. More letters, but it's a shorter answer. Our nature is to say yes. Our nature is to go along. Right? Those who have a nature not to go along, it's hard to get through the day. You're fighting in traffic. You're fighting in the grocery store. It's not a pleasant life. So our nature is to go along. However, as you start
going along,
I start going along, and things start going
better.
Right, going better for you.
Right.
Then some people want at you.
Right.
And you need some of them with you, and they need you. So focus on the people who want to make money with you, not on you.
Right. That makes me think of that old African proverb: if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together.
Go together with who? Right. Mothers and partners. Mothers versus babysitters and partners versus parasites. That's the connection. We got to be tight with our circle. Who's in it? Who's out of it? And we draw that line. It definitely makes the people who are close feel much safer. Like this is not arbitrary who's in and who's out. We're clear about who's in and who's out because we have certain standards and certain expectations, and then it makes the whole circle safer for everybody.
Do you have a like a filter for who? Meaning, like I think of, I don't know, random example. Let's say if you wanna get to Jay-Z or LeBron James to pitch an idea, to make a business proposition, they're like gatekeepers. There's like filters before you actually get to them. Like meaning there's someone that can call his phone that he'll trust and believe, right? That's in his inner circle. How does it get built? Is it
everything's by fire? Right. Everything is by that. You get those people who are screwing you are also rooting for you. They also want you to win. Everyone wants you to win. The whole universe. No, I'm saying even those, like the evil wants good to win over, like wants to lose the fight.
Why is that?
Because that's the nature of the world, the nature of the universe. We all want to move towards the same direction, but some of us got to challenge you. It's, for example, your coach, your trainer throws a challenge at you, not hoping you fail it, hoping you pass it. Your teacher gives you a test, not hoping you fail it, hoping you pass it. It's miserable. You know, in the Navy SEALs, they don't put the guy through training hoping he fails the test. It's like, no, I want you to pass the test.
Right.
I may also want to find a limit.
Brutal.
Right. So certain ones I want to say, okay, I got to the limit of it, but that's not for failing that one. That's for passing the overall. Okay, now you're a Navy SEAL because you've gone through X, Y, and Z. But sometimes it feels like, hey, this person is my enemy. Right. So everyone wants everyone's marching along to the same tune, even though some of them are throwing stuff. On some level, that person who's coming to you to take advantage of you, all he's looking to do is tighten that circle, because what happens is that you say, by fire, right? As the attacks start coming, you realize the importance of having a much tighter circle, much tighter boundaries. Everything gets reinforced. Like, steel under fire. It comes in much stronger, and that's thanks to the people who came and attacked and showed where the weaknesses is. Think of it like, ethical hackers, I think they call them.
No, what is that?
So an ethical hacker would be, you go to someone and you say, okay, I'll pay you if you can get into my company system. Don't do anything once you're there, right? The guys, but expose any vulnerabilities. I want to see if you can get in. And once he gets in, he's not using it to ransom you. He's using it to teach you. And say, hey,
here's a weakness.
What?
Here's a weakness or a
Here's
blind spot.
So everyone's ethical hackers. Some of them just don't know it.
Yeah.
We're all working towards that same goal, but it's definitely by fire. It's definitely by experience. The good news is that you could kind of learn from others, but this is not easy at all. But just as an example now, in terms of the boundaries and filters, right? Let's say someone wants to call me to do business with me. I'll usually refer them to someone else first. Okay, talk to them, filter it through that process, and then if it still makes sense, then I'll see it. Let's say an organization wants to ask me for a donation, right? Okay, right? We'll set up a meeting. We'll figure it out. I want to see what it is. I may say no before a meeting. Let's say someone's asking for help, right? There may be less filters there. What is it about? Am I the right person for you? I'm more likely to get on the phone with someone who's I'm more likely to get on the phone with someone who needs help from me for the struggle they're going through than I am with an organization who wants charity, than I am with someone who wants to do business. So the filters aren't one and the same for everyone. Not everyone's going through the same system. Someone sends me a message and then, okay, hey, like what is it you want to talk about? Charity, let's send an email. It's a personal issue. Can you describe it in a sentence? Yeah, I'm really struggling with the porn addiction and blah, blah, blah. Okay, that's something I think I can help with. I'll throw a few, did you try this? Did you try that? If they give me some reason that they're stuck, that I feel that a phone call can be helpful, then I'm on the phone, right? So the filters aren't the same for everyone, but over time we perfect it. Now, if this message goes out and a lot of people think, oh, I'm struggling with a porn addiction, I think he can help, and I get 50 messages in 24 hours, then those filters are going to change.
Gotcha.
Right. So it's a continuous fine-tuning of the process, but ultimately still with the same goal of refining and tightening that inner circle. Who are partners? Who are mothers? Who are we working with? Right. It's those bad girlfriends that helped us understand who the quality wife is. And even if it wasn't our bad girlfriend, it was someone else's, just watching those things, it's okay. That's not, we want a mother. We want a partner. No parasites, no babysitters, not in the inner circle.